What's the matter, Mousy?
Hey there, Tarakan. I was wondering if there's anything you'd like to teach me.
But of course. I have been blessed with the wisdom of the great Ratcatcher. And I've also spent a lot of time in the zone. I can give you some pointers.
Actually, Hey there.
But of course, I can give you some...
Actually,
What's going on, Igor?
The fuck you want?
How are things, Professor? How are things, Professor? I would like to redistribute our gear. Sure.
What can I do for you, Professor?
Yes, comrade. We think that this subject could be the key. Patient Zero. Yes. She was pregnant. Only a couple of weeks. Yes, we were surprised too. No, she won't tell us who the father is. Based on the intel that our friends in the KGB provided us with, we've got 2 possible candidates. Unfortunately, one of them is already dead. Absolutely, comrade. We've taken every precaution to make sure that Emilieva and her child are safe and sound. We're very curious too. We could be on the brink of something big here. Yes, I will keep you posted.
Dear God, Tanya? She was with child? Our child? And she was this patient Zero. They were using her for their experiments from the start.
My little bird, my little sweetheart. Soon you will see the blue sky, the meadows. You will hear the sound of the ocean, smell the pine trees, feel the sunlight on your face. You're a very special boy. You have a bright future ahead of you. I want you to go far, far away from here and be happy. Don't be afraid. I will always be close to you. In your heart, in your deepest memories, find me there.
It's time. We have to hurry.
I love you, my sweetheart. Your mommy loves you very, very much. Now go.
Tanya was kept prisoner here. And her child. Did someone take it away from her?
Yes, this is regrettable. My men are looking into it.
Regrettable? It's a fucking disaster. How could you let this happen? If someone finds out...
Mind your tone, comrade. I was fighting in Afghanistan when you were still pissing in your underwear. Now the boy suffered from acute autism. Couldn't even speak. My bet is he's probably lying in a ditch somewhere. However, he couldn't have escaped on his own. Someone helped him.
Are you saying it was an inside job?
It's too soon for definite conclusions, but yes, I would say so.
So, it must be a spy, a CIA asset.
You KG people see spies everywhere. That probably explains why your arrest records are so high. Saddam is on the brink of invading Kuwait. I'm sure the CIA has more pressing problems than your research. No, this is not the CIA. This is someone closer to home. Don't worry. I intend to find out who.
Look, General, I'm sorry I spoke out of turn before. I really do appreciate your work. You are vital to our efforts. The Duga project and our research, it could be bigger than nuclear weapons, bigger than even the space wars. A lot is at stake here, even the future of the motherland. I already spoke with some of the party members, and...
Let me be frank with you, comrade. The Soviet Union is falling apart at the seams, and I don't think anything can prevent that from happening. I'm not a scientist, but I've seen enough to know that this, Chernobylite, on the other hand, could be the key to our future. We all have to do whatever's necessary to prepare for it.
So, Tanya had a boy, and he escaped. Was it mine? God, if it was, I can't. Compose yourself, Igor. Looks like the KGB was trying to expedite the Chernobylite experiments. Maybe they were even hoping that the findings would prolong the life of the Soviet Union. Clearly, they didn't succeed.
Are you prepared to face the...
Hey there, old-timer. I need you to do something for me.
I'm all ears.
You know I came here to Chernobyl looking for someone.
You mentioned a brother.
Yeah, Ruslan. We grew up together in Moscow. We had to fend for ourselves from an early age.
So you were, like, gangbangers?
The proper term is thieves-in-law, but you don't need to know that.
So why is Ruslan even here?
It's a long story, but our father was a cop. Like a lot of cops, he was a real piece of shit. He beat our mother every time he got drunk, which was always. But I'll never forget the last time. He took a swing at my head with a lead pipe, but this time it didn't connect. I wasn't a helpless little shit anymore, and neither was Ruslan. We grabbed the old man and threw him down the well behind the old house. He was just too much of a bastard to die, though. Only broke his legs.
You threw your own father down a well? I guess he must have deserved it. Okay. What's my role in all this?
My brother Ruslan did something he shouldn't, and after this something, he came here to hide in the zone. I've been trying to track him down for months.
Damn. What did he do that would make him hide in a place like this?
That's not important right now. Anyway, my best guess is that he was caught by NAR. I need to meet up with him and ask him some questions. This is very important to me. Search the NAR Mobile Command Center near the old hospital in Pripyat Port. There are some officer uniforms that'll help you infiltrate the power plant. And while you're at it, I want you to look up some info on my brother. Anything you can find on Ruslan Horobets.
Of course.
I knew I could count on you, partner. Stay in touch, just in case. Radio me if you need help.
I will.
You promised your friend something, and now you need to follow through. Sashko is like a live grenade right now. One wrong move, and he'll explode. Be careful.
Here comes my savior. Are you in need of more ammo?
Are you selling any weapons?
Of course. Only the best. Custom-made stuff.
I'm at the outpost. A lot of firepower here.
Stay low.
I could try my luck, see if I can take them out.
You got balls, I'll give you that. But no, lure them away from the outpost somehow. Use the field radio. I assume Olivier taught you how to fool these robots. Okay, you got a plan. Get to it.
Living on the streets of Moscow teaches you how to think on your feet, huh? I like it. I'm at the radio station.
Good stuff. You know what to do next.
Help! Help! We're under attack! Monsters! God! It just tore Misha to pieces! Ah!
Is this Vova? Sasha? Use the fucking call signs, you moron, and identify yourself!
This is Sasha! Send reinforcements! We're in hot pursuit of our wanted man!
Roger that. Sending team ASAP. Do not engage the enemy. Wait for reinforcements. Do you copy?
That was good, but don't get cocky. It'll get you killed. Now move. Last thing you want is for them to catch up to you and your bullshit.
I see 2 trucks. One of them's loaded, with explosives maybe.
That's odd. Go down there and take a closer look, carefully.
I've got the uniform.
Good. Now see if you can find anything on Ruslan.
Team Rhino to combat ops. Team Rhino to combat ops. Over.
Go ahead, Team Rhino.
False alarm. No enemy contact. We're falling back to the truck. Over and out.
Read me the fucking report, Igor, now!
It seems they caught someone who enlisted under false name. They found out his real identity, Ruslan, and that he was wanted for double homicide in Moscow. My God, Sashko, I'm sorry. I think they killed him in order to deny any involvement.
So, he's dead. I don't get to ask my questions then.
What the hell is so important about these questions? This is your brother.
Yeah, seen this double homicide. It was our parents. I think Ruslan might have been involved in their deaths.
What are you saying? You think Ruslan killed your parents?
I have no idea what happened. I wanted to find out from him directly. Now I never will.
Come on. You know your brother better than that. You and him saved your mum from your abusive asshole of a father. Do you honestly think he would harm her?
Not intentionally, no, but maybe there was an accident, crossfire.
I know you didn't get what you wanted, but you should trust in your memory of Ruslan. I'll see you back at the base.
You're out of your goddamn mind if you think you're going back now. Whatever he did or didn't do, Ruslan is still my brother. I need you to avenge him.
What? You should think things through first. Get some peace of mind.
I don't want peace of mind. I want a piece of them. Mind the place and send those NAR fuckers back to hell.
I'm with you. Ruslan must be avenged.
Appreciate it. Now, on the C4, grab the detonator and hide in the hospital. Wait for the right moment and press the button.
I've got the detonator.
Hide. Wait for those fuckers to come back.
I see them.
Whenever you're ready, but don't hesitate.
Who's that? Some stumblebomb is closing in on the checkpoint. Is that Mikhail's friend?
Blow it up before he gets any closer. Do it. What? No fucking way! That old bastard is way too valuable! Don't you fucking dare!
I did it.
For fuck's sake, he's got important contacts! We drank vodka together!
Sorry. It had to be done.
It had to be. Fuck you! If there really was some vagrant wandering around, I wouldn't give a shit! But he was really fucking useful to me! Fuck!
Bloody fucking hell! You just blew that poor asshole into pieces! Why? Why did you do that? I needed him! You have no idea how this fucks things up for me!
I'm sorry. I know he was your friend.
Nah, he wasn't. But he was really useful. I'm disappointed in you, Igor. You let your emotions cloud your judgment and screw up my business.
Igor.
Hey, what's up?
I was thinking about secrets.
Any particular secrets?
Did you know the medical data gathered after the atomic strike on Japan was classified?
Whoa, nothing like a ray of sunshine to start your day. Seriously, though, it's not that surprising.
This American diplomat I met once told me about it. He said the U.S. Army was shocked at how deadly the fallout was. They put more than $20 billion into the Manhattan Project, after all. After their amazing victory, they couldn't admit to the public how toxic it was. Even the American troops helping the Japanese rebuild were getting sick. So they confiscated all the medical data, Japanese and American, and classified it.
That's regrettable. The biggest crime the nuclear powers have committed against their citizens was failing to admit that long-term exposure to even low levels of radiation can be more deadly than a high dose received in a short amount of time.
Yeah. That kind of secret kills people.
Do you think you could find some time to...
But I'll be happy.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Follow me. Now that we've covered the basics, it's time to introduce some more advanced techniques. I'm going to teach you how to shoot from cover. Don't hug your cover. Keep it at arm's length, or you won't be able to see your target. Remember to stay in cover as much as you can. Pick your target and squeeze the trigger gently. Don't rush. Okay, Igor? Ready? Go! Nicely done. Keep practicing and you'll be the terror of the zone in no time. What's going on, Igor?
Can we swap some...
Sure, but if...
My favorite egghead! What have you been up to?
Fighting NAR, Shadows, Chernobylite, same old boring story.
Your everyday stalker chores, huh?
Sure. Hey, you never told me how you became a stalker.
It was a fucking slow process, alright. At first, I wasn't looking for anything specific. I was a wanderer, an urban explorer. When that didn't turn my crank anymore, I started getting into dark tourism.
What's that?
Well, it's like visiting places that gives you chills. Catacombs, mass graves, concentration camps, mausoleums, cemeteries, dungeons, mass murder scenes. Places that always seem to be under a shadow, with all this negative energy. I can always sense it with my third eye.
Well, that's a peculiar sort of holiday destination. Well, what were you hoping to find?
I'm not entirely sure. It was just cool to be there. Fukushima, Ground Zero, the Paris catacombs. When I came to the exclusion zone, something changed. I knew right away I was gonna stay here and make a living catering to my fellow tourists. Most of them were just Western idiots who needed a babysitter. But it was fucking worth it. This is me now, Mikhail the Stalker. Making a living in Pripyat, scavenging, wheeling and dealing, listening to dark voices. Cool, huh?
Yes, very cool. But I'm worried about these voices of yours. Perhaps you should ease up on the radioactive shrooms? Want to trade?
Just make it fucking quick, will ya?
Any new developments, Professor?
Slowly getting there, I guess. Yeah, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Shoot.
What do you think about Olga?
Playing matchmaker, Kimnyuk? I thought you were a serious science type.
I'm just curious.
Normally I'd say it's none of your business, 'cause it ain't. But I like you, Igor, so... Yeah, I do like her. She's cool. She's got her own special swagger. But I can't allow myself any distractions right now.
Gotcha.
Besides, I don't think she's available, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Just don't wait too long, Sashko. Life is short, and no one knows what tomorrow will bring.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Cut it with a melodrama, Kimnyuk. Really doesn't suit you. We'll be just fine.
I would like to read...
Sure, read...
I just remembered something, Mousy.
What is it? More rat stories or history lessons?
A cautionary tale. A wise Mousy can always find a tasty bit of cheese, if he's smart. But take care that the cheese isn't poisoned or sitting in a trap. You never know what you might find.
What are you talking about?
Ozesk, 1957. Kapow! Evil rats were stirring the pot, trying to stick their ugly little snouts where they shouldn't.
Yes, I remember reading about that. It was a chemical explosion, right? Huge quantities of cesium-137 and strontium-90 were released into the atmosphere. Wasn't that classified?
While you were reading about it, my mother had to live through it. The placid Teka River, so beautiful this time of the year. But after the boom, so poisonous.
Yes, one of many regrettable failures.
No, Mousy. What you call failure, I call a deliberate plan of the Rat King. He lured the silly little mouses with a chunk of smelly yet delicious cheese. But it was poisoned. And the cheese you are looking for may be poisoned as well, even if it looks delicious. So be very careful, little mouse. Whenever you sense these machinations in the shadows, you can be sure that the Rat King has a part in it.
I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Let me take a look at your gear.
Of course, Map.
Igor, just the stalker I wanted to see.
What's up?
Any luck going against the lurkers?
The shadows, you mean? Oh, I'm doing what I can, but these creatures are both dangerous and unpredictable.
You don't have to tell me that. They killed more than a few friends of mine. And from what I gather, NAR hasn't had any luck hunting them either. They're scary, but they can definitely be killed. Just stick the barrel of your trusty shotgun in its face, whatever that lump is between its shoulders, and pull the trigger.
The shadows are able to make short jumps across space-time. That's what makes them so dangerous. But this isn't just about killing them. We can't keep spinning our wheels forever. We have to find out what they are and where they're coming from, and put a stop to it for good. NER is part of the puzzle. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, if you find out more, please let me know. Till then, I'll just keep kicking their shadowy asses.
Hey, Igor. I'm glad you're learning these new moves so fast. It's important to keep improving.
heard the story of the wolf in sheep's clothing?
Yes?
What if it was a mousie in rat's clothing? Or a hare in hunter's clothing? How do you like that?
I'm not sure it's the same.
Of course it is. Sometimes you need to change your skin to stay hidden amongst your enemies.
You're talking about a disguise.
A disguise, sure. I have some useful items stashed in my hideout. The uniforms used by the Rat King's top minions, for example. Then you will look like them and smell like them.
An NAR officer's uniform would definitely be useful.
Look in the building adjacent to the Duggar radar building, 3rd floor. I laid some traps, so watch out for the mousie. These traps kill rats and mousies alike. Memorize this rhyme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A hunter went out for a walk. Suddenly, a hare appeared and shot him down. Bang, bang! Oh, oh, oh! The hunter is going to die. He's crawling back home, saying, "Bury me deep and let me lie."
It's the other way around. The hunter shot the hare. 1, 2, 3. Every kid in the country knows that rhyme.
It beats a password that anyone can copy. Also, here's the key, so you don't have to break in like a common thief.
All these years in the zone and all that Tatakan has to show for it are some officers' uniforms? Be careful, Igor. Don't end up as rat bait.
I should have brought that goddamn power bar. I'm starving.
You sleeping on the job, buddy? Huh? Oh, fuck! Help! Help! God damn it! That guy's a corpse! On the arm! Engage the target! Tango's behind cover! Careful! He'll come out eventually! Everyone be ready! Smoke the motherfucker out! He's behind cover! Flank him! He's over there! Over there! Smoke the motherfucker out! Tango's behind cover! Careful! Smoke the motherfucker out! I've lost visual. I repeat, no visual on target. Intruder! Open fire!
You mentioned something about what kind of things. What about this?
That'll be one. You wanna fuck with the?
I better be going.
Bradford forever.
So...
Well, there's something fishy happening in those NAR fuckers have been... And there's this creepy... He leaves me alone.
So you...
What did I just...
I better be going.
Bradfell forever!
What the hell is happening here? Where's that lazy bastard, Leonid? Huh?
Leonid's gone.
What? What do you mean?
We tried to scout this madman's hideout, and Leonid stepped on something. It tore him to shreds.
You idiots! I told you to wait for the minesweepers! This whole fucking place is one big booby trap!
I hate being outside. Cold, wet, and full of mosquitoes all biting you in the dick. What a stupid job. And I was stupid enough to take it. All work and...
You sleeping on the job, buddy? Huh? Oh, fuck! Help! Help!
officer's stripes. I'm sure these will look good on me.
One more thing. My computer. I have over 10 gigs of findings concerning Chernobylite.
Great. What am I supposed to do about it?
You know how to use Norton Commander? Launch the Rat King program. It will compress the files and upload them to the cloud. It may take some time. It's a 486DX processor with 512 kilobytes of RAM.
Well, that will take hours.
I know, fucking Black Hat, but that's way too risky. Let's burn the place down and get the hell out of there.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Walk me through it, Tarakan.
Unlock the computer and type Rat King Death, all uppercase. This will activate the hidden .bat file.
God, I do love the 90s.
This is a fucking mistake.
Okay, here we go. Looks like the Blackstalker is enhanced somehow by Chernobylite. The NER put him in charge of safeguarding their science secrets. I thought keeping you close was supposed to increase my chances of survival, not put me in the ground. What the hell was that?
I gave you what you needed to disarm the traps, and you did fine. I'm proud of you, Mousy.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're on my side. Thanks for nothing.
The sharpest sword must be forged in the hottest fires of hell. Soon you will see it wasn't for nothing, Mousy.
The research on Chernobylite. It will take some time to read all this. Anything you can tell me, straight away.
Chernobylite is the very essence of evil. It corrupts everything it touches, mind and matter alike. It truly is a Pandora's box, waiting for the Rat King to open it.
Uh-huh. Could you be a bit more specific?
Sure. It's like a kind of green genie. Once you let it out of the lamp, there's no stuffing it back inside.
I see. I better find time to read it myself then.
What's up, my bud?
I was just thinking, Mikhail, how did you get to be so knowledgeable about herbs and plants?
Why? What's so goddamn strange about that?
I never said it was strange. I'm just curious. You created your own compendium. No small undertaking.
I studied a lot, you know.
You studied botany? At what school?
Best fucking school there is. The University of Life.
I see.
Give me that look. You can trust everything I wrote down, to the letter. I've always been into plants and mushrooms. All different kinds. Everything in my compendium has been tested by me personally. So if you've got a problem with any of it, you can stick it where the control rods don't shine.
Really? But some of this stuff must be poisonous.
Well, I have a strong stomach. But yes, I've had my share of accidents. Luckily for me, my stalker friends were there to save me. Adrenaline and gastric lavage are my bosom companions.
Sounds serious.
How else would I know what's edible? It's a little something I call the scientific method. You should check it out yourself sometime. Wait, aren't you a scientist?
Ingesting unidentified plants and mushrooms doesn't sound like the scientific method. It sounds like suicide.
But I'm here, though, am I not? That means I'm right.
Okay, fine. I just hope my stomach is as strong as yours. Want to trade?
Just make it fucking...
What's up, Igor?
Tell me about your time with Yura Kirpish.
Why the interest all of a sudden?
You tested me because you wanted to know who you were working with. Now, I'd like to know more about you.
Fair enough. Well, I did a few things I regret.
Like what?
The businessy term for its goods redistribution.
You stole from the rich and gave unto yourself.
Not myself. We used to have a, guess you would call it a fund. Something like a joint bank account. Everyone had to contribute. It was used to pay for our wages and bribe the police, but also to help anyone struggling, living in poverty. Yuri Kirpish is one nasty motherfucker. He also takes care of his neighborhood.
He sounds like a real hero.
You don't get it. How could you? You never wondered where you were going to sleep at night or when you'd get to eat next?
A lot of people are born into poverty. They don't all become criminals.
A lot of people are living a life of quiet desperation. I don't agree with that. I don't give a rat's ass about other people's rights and wrongs. I define my own morality. Never ask for anything and make your own luck. That's my motto.
That's pretty dark. I guess you don't have much hope for humanity.
Oh, I do. I hope it fucks itself over for good one day. Once and for all.
I would like to redistribute.
Sure,
Hello.
Hey, you seem preoccupied.
I've been thinking about the nuclear disasters in the West. They never got as much coverage in the press as Chernobyl. Not anything like it. Isn't that odd?
I think the Americans just wanted to distract the world from what was going on in their own nuclear backyard.
Interesting. Some might call it a conspiracy theory, but do you think Chernobylite has already been discovered someplace else?
I really don't know. But if nuclear fusion is the key, then we should probably expect it to appear in other places. Hanford, Windscale, Bushehr, Fukushima. There are about 450 operational nuclear reactors in the world right now.
Yeah. Something to think about, eh? But let's focus on what's in front of us. One problem at a time, Professor.
Right. Can we swap some stuff, Olivier?
Sure, whatever you need.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure. What is it?
What do you think about Sashko?
Do you like him?
Why? Are you jealous?
Neither one of you is my type.
Then yes, I admire his spirit. Sashko is his own man and doesn't take shit from anyone. He knows how to handle himself, how to fight. Maybe he's a little rough around the edges, but that kind of thing can be ironed out.
What about Kostya?
What about him?
He's your husband.
Sure, but that doesn't mean I'm his property, does it? Come on, Igor. This is just girls' talk.
You mean like just between us girls? But I'm not a girl.
Would it be the end of the world if you were? Jesus, you men are also fucking insecure.
But...
Fuck, just forget it. I was just trying to have a little chat with you, and you made it fucking weird.
Okay, sorry. I mean... Yeah, never mind. I'd like to rethink your...
Sure, Igor, just...
I can hear his voice again, Mousy. He whispers.
The Rat King is talking to you.
I wouldn't call it talking necessarily. It's more like a feeling of impending doom. It's always there, rustling about in the shadows. I can feel its gaze upon me. Inhuman, infernal. Like something from the void.
Who is the Rat King?
But you ask, what is the Rat King? Its mind is beyond the comprehension of us mortals, Mouse.
But surely I can do something to help.
You are helping, Mousy. Yes, of course you are helping. You are my right hand in the struggle against Rat King's forces. But the final battle will be mine, and mine alone.
Why?
As the poet said, the best laid plans of mice and men often go to shit.
I see. And I'm the mouse in this quote?
Why wouldn't you be, Mousy?
Let me take a look at your gear.
Of course, Mousy.
We need to talk, Igor.
I'm all ears.
Got some intel that needs acting on. NAR is preparing a huge shipment of munitions, maybe food as well. We can't let this opportunity go.
Well, you're not wasting any time on that radio, huh? Sure, I'll look into it.
Olivier wants to play soldiers, Igor. For him, everything is war, and the spoils of war. What about you, my darling? What is your mission? The NAR doesn't care about anything or anyone. Deaths are just numbers on a page for that greedy corporate beast, and the beast won't allow you to pull out its teeth so easily.
What the fuck am I doing here, huh?
What the fuck are you doing here, pal? What, are you drunk or something? Fuck, he's a goner. Where did We've got you now! Forces! I repeat, we've got men down! He's behind cover! Flank him! He's over there! Over there! Tango's behind cover! Careful! Where the hell is he? Anyone have eyes on target?
Olivier, I'm up on the roof. There's a signal flare in the distance.
I assume it's red?
Yes.
Must be the drop zone. That's your target. Time to roll. Good luck.
Yes, sir, Olivier, sir.
Anton was a good guy, so let's do our best. For him. Try to keep a low profile out there. Don't let NAR spot you, and don't take more than you can easily carry.
Looks like Kozlov really pulled some strings this time. This is a ton of ammo.
Good. This was supposed to be a fucking holiday, and instead it's turning into a guerrilla war. You don't want to get stuck without ammo around here.
Contact! Flank and shoot this son of a bitch!
Olivier, I can see the crates. It looks promising.
Well done. I know you worked hard for this, but don't get greedy. Remember, low profile. Don't listen to that soldier boy. Fuck low profile. Remember the pointers I gave you, Igor. Be a pro. Igor, any ammo you leave behind, they're gonna use to shoot you in the ass. Blow that shit sky high.
I'll take my chances. We don't get many opportunities to really stick it to them like this.
What was that bullshit back there, Igor? I thought we had an understanding. Why would you do something so reckless?
Look, I appreciate your advice and everything, but you're not my father. I can make my own decisions.
Clearly you don't give a shit about my advice. But have it your way. Whatever. Let's see how far you get. Acting like the star of some shitty action movie. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going back to monitoring NAR comms. Find out how much damage you've done to our cause. What's going on, Igor?
Can we swap some...
Sure, but... What's going on, Igor?
Do you think you could find...
But I'll be...
Maybe some other time.
You're the boss, Igor.
Are you hungry, Igor?
Not at the moment, thanks. Are you making something?
Just kidding. The meat I've stashed away, I would never share it with you. Hell, this meat I wouldn't feed to my worst enemy. Or maybe only to my worst enemy.
What are you on about, Mikhail?
I've spent a lot of time in the zone. Too much time, doing various kinds of deals. Along the way, I learned about what happened in our beloved motherland after the big fucking reactor exploded.
Okay, let's hear it.
After your dumbass scientists caused the explosion and irradiated us and half of Europe, someone told the party apparatchiks they needed to slaughter all the livestock in the area. We're talking 50,000 sheep and cattle.
Of course. It was regrettable, but a reasonable thing to do, Mikhail.
Right. But we wouldn't be Slavs if it wasn't for our fucking ingenuity and business acumen, huh? We always find a way. Hell, not even 100 years of communism could uproot our inbred knack for wheeling and dealing. Anyway, some genius decided it would be a waste to just throw all that meat in an incinerator. The animals were slaughtered, all right, but not destroyed. Instead, their glow-in-the-dark meat was mixed in with the flesh of healthy animals and shipped to Moscow. Cool, huh?
This sounds like the exact opposite of cool, Mikhail.
The glowing sausages left the party officials scared shitless. Their solution was to immediately ship it somewhere else. Georgia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan. But the truth was already out. And nobody wanted this generous gift. So, there was this freaking ghost train rolling through Ukraine and Belarus, from one station to another, filled with radioactive meat that no one dared touch. This toxic meat train cruised the Soviet Empire for 3 years. 3 fucking years! Before the cooling system broke down. At that point, the KGB stepped in and eventually buried the cargo. But I managed to snag a piece for myself, and I'm keeping it. It could be very valuable one day.
Valuable? How?
Not sure yet. It could have sentimental value. Or maybe I could use it to blackmail someone.
You're insane. Please keep your radioactive meat away from our kitchen. Mikhail...
Perhaps a fuck gathering and
Actually...
Howdy, Professor.
Hi, Olga. What's going on with you?
I just remembered something. I thought you might find it interesting. I was guiding a group of biology researchers from America a couple years ago. I showed them around the Red Forest and everything. They were taking measurements, and one guy told me that the trees had barely changed since the incident. I hadn't really thought about it till now. But it really does feel like this whole place is a snapshot of the past, like a butterfly caught in amber.
That's probably due to the radiation. It almost wiped out the microorganisms living on the forest floor. There's almost no decay, so the trees don't rot like they normally would. I mean, they are decaying, but extremely slowly.
So it's almost like time stopped in the Red Forest after the explosion. I find that weirdly romantic.
Not my kind of poetry, but I can appreciate the sentiment, Olga. Hi, Olga.
I'd be glad to.
Fantastic.
No jokes while we're training, or I'll smack you upside the... All right, here we go again. Time for the next lesson, Igor.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be even more fascinating than the last one.
I advise you to take this seriously. You wouldn't make fun of someone teaching you how to handle C4, would you?
Probably not.
Of course you wouldn't. So imagine this. Every piece of junk you stash is a brick of C4. You have to place it gently, wisely, and efficiently, otherwise it'll explode.
To my knowledge, canned food doesn't...
Don't interrupt. Why do you take everything so literally? It's a goddamn metaphor, goddammit. If I ever get to meet Tatiana, the first thing I'm going to ask is what she ever saw in a tedious egghead like you.
You and me both.
Anyway, you have to be careful and mentally present when arranging your shit. Trust that your life depends on it. That's lesson number 2.
Okay. What's lesson number 3?
It's called believe.
Believe in what?
Believe that you will find whatever you need in your bag without checking. Women practice this all the time. What do you say, student?
I want to believe.
What can I do for you, Professor?
Top of the morning to you, sir.
Glad to see you're in such good spirits.
I like my spirits as much as any man, but I never drink before 6 p.m. It's my liver. Anyway, I'm glad you helped me with the Duca radar. I know that at one time you were knee-deep in that shit, but I don't hold it against you.
That's mighty generous of you. But unfortunately, I can't recall. It's buried somewhere in my memories.
Yeah, well, everyone's done something they'd rather forget. Besides, there were different times. Must have been really fucked up living through the Cold War, huh? The two superpowers with their fat fingers on the big red buttons, 24/7. Missile defense systems, mind control, LSD experiments, even detonating tactical nukes. It all happened here. Do you remember any of that?
The only explosion I have a vague recollection of was the RBMK explosion. Where are you getting all this stuff from, Sashko?
I met a guy when I was doing time in Butya. He knew someone who knew someone. You know how it goes. At that time, I thought it was just stupid. Tinfoil hat talk, or too many drugs. Only after I came to the zone did I start to realize some of it might be true. Crazy, right?
Believe me, Sashko, that's not crazy at all.
Igor, I need to talk to you.
No Mousy today. So the Rat King is gone?
It won't be long before it returns. We don't have much time. You need to help me. I need to find out what happened to me. I remember the explosion.
Were you close to reactor number 4? That was the night Tachana disappeared. What do you remember?
Not much. Fire, sirens wailing, burned men. Agonized screaming. It was Kharkiv, in 1972.
What? I think you've got the time and geography mixed up.
The KGB and some military geniuses tried to put out a fire in the natural gas mine with a nuclear device. Almost a kiloton yield. They blew everything up, the morons. The column of fire and radioactive ash, kilometers high. People in villages nearby thought it was the end of the world.
What were you doing there?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. All I know is I was there to observe.
Calm down, Tarakan. We'll get to the bottom of it eventually. Try to get some rest now, all right?